The update that we have at this hour, one being the suspect in this case has now been charged with 8 counts of murder. They are working to identify 10 additional victims. 18 people were killed last night at 2 different locations. 13 people have been injured and are now being treated at local hospitals. 3 towns are currently in a shelter in place, and public safety is first and foremost. The public is being told Robert Card is armed and dangerous, and people are not to engage him. Call 911. They are now working some extensive crime scenes, trying to identify the victims and piece together this investigation. It will be a difficult one for the people of Lewiston and surrounding communities. Joining me now, former FBI Special Agent and Attorney Stuart Kaplan. Stuart, based on what we have now been updated from police, how difficult is this search? The priority is finding him before he's able to take any more lives.
Well, there's a lot of moving parts here. Number one, Marni, is if they anticipate they're going to apprehend this individual, Robert Card, they have to be prepared to do this investigation thoroughly and completely, because the evidence that's collected is at some point going to be introduced to a court of law, and you don't have any ability to go back. And so you want to make sure, first and foremost, that the processing of these crime scenes are done to the letter of the book, textbook. You want to make sure you have the right professionals, forensic examiners, all the tools and assets to ensure that there's no missteps. And then, of course, you have the real problem is, how do we locate and apprehend this individual? And one of the things that I think frustrates the public, just because they're not in this business, is that it is just not like a movie that we watch on TV. There's a lot of legalities with respect to obtaining a lot of information in order to kind of zero in on this individual. For example, we want to try to make a determination very early on. Was this a spontaneous combustion? Did he just happen to get up yesterday morning and, just before 7 o'clock, he just, was set off and he was ignited and he went out and carried out this carnage? Or was he plotting this? Now, if it's just a spontaneous combustion, then it's more likely than not that he didn't have a plan in place with respect to what he was going to do after he did what he did. However, more difficult, if this was someone who was laying in waiting and plotting, then it's going to present a little bit more difficulty to law enforcement. Now, with that being said, for example, you would think that the law enforcement community could just call up a cellular provider and just, request those type of records to try to see who he was talking to yesterday throughout the day and whether or not he made any phone calls after the shooting. We live in the United States. Due process is still alive and well. Warrants have to be drafted, meaning affidavits have to be drafted. They have to go before a judge. They have to be signed off on. And so when you hear the colonel saying, please understand, we all need to be patient, that's what he's really referring to. By way of another example, credit card information. Did he make any purchases throughout yesterday or, the day before? Has he stopped off and used his credit card? Well, you would think you could just call up the financial institution and get that information. Again, warrants have to be drafted. They have to be executed. And so this somewhat delays the process. The one thing I can tell you, and you and I, Marni, have had this conversation, unfortunately, too often, the one group that was not mentioned that I know is there, because they are the best of the best, that they work hand in glove with local, state, and the FBI, is the United States Fugitive Apprehension Task Force. They have assets and tools that are secret at times. They are the best in the best. I think this area is going to present some issues with respect to just the climate. You're talking about a rural area, but keep in mind, they're going to deploy all assets and all resources to try to identify and apprehend this individual. Of course, the last thing I just want to touch upon, because I was asked this morning, is the mental health component of this guy. Again, that is going to be the most difficult obstacle to overcome with respect to going to the Army or going to speak to his clinical professionals to find out what was going on over the summer. Again, it's going to take a judge to issue a warrant, a search warrant, to compel a hospital, a mental health professional, or even the United States Army to turn over those mental health records, because they may lend some insight into what is the motive, what is driving this person, and how we deal with this person in trying to apprehend him.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.